Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 260. We're here reviewing episodes 17 and 20 of Boukenger. Yep, there's a lot of stuff introduced. This is basically introduction to a new ranger and the fourth and final faction for this whole series. Yep. Now, in episode 17, it starts out with basically you have Dark Shadow fighting the Boukengers over this 100 demon mirror until these strange creatures show up who don't really properly explain themselves here, though these are the Ashura. Very much a creatures that later describe people have them basically be standing in folklore of being yokai or ogres. Now, I should put something about yokai. Now, they think yokai don't exist, despite the fact there has been a Sentai team specifically created to fight yokai, the Kaku Ranger. Yes. Now, you might be asking, well, a lot of these episodes had these, how should I put it, well, did it have anything of Kaku Ranger in these episodes? I'm looking at it because Kaku Ranger is one I'm going to cover that soon. I'm not going to see when, just soon. Let's see. It's not that one. Yeah, it's not until episode number 21 is when they covered it in one of these little task thing. So, we're also introduced to Iji Tokukoya, a man who apparently his family has been fighting these creatures for centuries. And they refer to him as the Tokasakon for some reason, I'm not sure why. And of course, he had history with one of them, Gale. Well, they explained in episode 20 the reason why he's got history with him. Because this man murdered his father. Yep, his father makes appearance in episode 20. So, of course, he doesn't want to work with them. He's very arrogant. Which, yes, this is something carried over into the next Sentai, which was GoGo. Yes, very arrogant, very full of himself. Now, here's the thing. I have not watched fully yet of the previous four before this one yet, so I don't know exactly if that was the case from Hurricaneger, Abba Ranger, Deca Ranger, and Maj Ranger. I don't know if that was the case for theirs, where their six Rangers are very arrogant. Now, have I encountered basically a series, aside from this one, where the new Rangers are basically very arrogant to start with? Well, there's GoGo. Gecko Ranger, kind of. I think one of them is basically very much like that. I'd say their fourth Ranger is like that. You're thinking, okay, what about... For GoSager, I'd say yes, definitely. GoSager, definitely. GoKaiger, no. He's not arrogant. He's just basically full of himself. The other Sentai I watched... Let's see. Well, none of them basically are very arrogant, who are very pig-headed, and just think that the other Rangers are beneath them. It's only happened with this one, GoGo, and GoSager. And, well, it did happen at first with, okay, I would definitely say Gecko Ranger as well. I would say definitely that one. Because that was technically the very next Sentai that came right after this one was Gecko Ranger. So, this one, Gecko Ranger, GoGo, and GoSager. In the case of Boukenger, no, he's not pig-headed. And he does not think the team is beneath him. Nope. Excuse me. Well, there actually is a couple of them like that. Actually, there's two more. I just thought of just right now. Time Ranger and Gal Ranger like that. GoGo 5 did not have a 6 Ranger. They had basically a one-shot character in a movie, but never a 6 character, never a 6 Ranger. And you're thinking, okay, what about King of Man? Nope. Mega Ranger. No, he was no pighead. He basically never treated the team as beneath them. Never. Car Ranger technically didn't really have one. They had an extra hero per se, but never a 6 Ranger. Though Turbo did consider him his counterpart like that, but there was technically a 6 Ranger for that one. All Ranger? Nope. I haven't fully watched Cocker Ranger yet, so I'm not going to give an opinion on that one. Die Ranger? No. Die Ranger never did. His, no. Zoo Ranger, his was evil to start with, but he wasn't arrogant. But what about the 80s ones, the ones who actually had additional Rangers? Well, it was like that a bit for one of the Rangers. It was like that for their one of the two new Rangers they have for Live Man. But it doesn't happen, it's only just happened a small handful of times, so that I know of, so there's that. And of course, they don't understand. Of course, going to be alone. Though, about the very next episode, because of the fact they defeated one of their members, basically, where Yellow is kidnapped by them because apparently she chose one because they looked at her bracelet. Yes. So they unleashed the mirror and, well, the two they introduced here. One of his name is Hoga, the other one's Gal. And then they release Great Beast Ray. Yeah, he gets unleashed here. Yeah. So Hoga himself is actually defeated. He's simply just a one-shot monster for them. Yeah, he surprisingly appears for one episode. You would think he would. But no, he just... Well, here's the thing. He does have a counterpart who appeared for one episode. Yep. Kind of like in the case of his counterpart here. One-shot character, he's done. And then by the very next episode, basically, where Ray is basically posing as a former member, someone actually knows the chief. And actually frees him, and also in this episode, there's also talk of him possibly quitting the team. There's also blueprints seen for their 6th Ranger. I thought it was quite interesting the fact they actually had this suit make a quick blueprint appearance before its official debut. We don't see it fully per se, we see some sketches, but not the color scheme. But I thought it was really cool that they did this. So, then of course they mentioned by the next episode that, the reason why that they were considering quitting because they wanted to take over the rescue project. And he's like, no, I have too much thirst for adventure. But he's like, I know somebody. Edgy, and of course gives him the Bouken Ranger. They of course visit his. They of course he goes. Apparently, when so the creatures get destroyed, the objects get destroyed, but they get brought back by Gaja. He mentions, oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. That's because he's not been seen since episode 11. Yeah, they say this in episode Believe it or not, 19, because they've not seen it, because he did make an appearance in the previous episode. He tried out his golden engine, this weird device, which in Operation Overdrive for as a gyro. He inserts into his cursed creatures, and they explode. It's like, damn. Then he puts them in the destroyed Ashra bodies, which they eventually do destroy them. And then they transform into the Quasars, meaning pursuers. And Gaja wanted to find the precious. They were not interested in it. They rather basically go kill humans. Oh yeah, and then of course they investigate Edgy, where they go to his house. Very nice looking house. And then they see a mirror, and you see this beautiful woman. This one makes a little scar on her face. And this is key. Edgy's mom. Edgy is a product of forbidden love between Ashra and a human. It's explained in a flashback next episode that despite the forbidden love, the parents actually really loved each other. They were really serious for each other. And as for why she's in the mirror, they don't say at this point in time. So eventually the mirror gets cracked and turns into a tear. And that lays the groundwork for stuff happening in episode 20. Also, Edgy's staff was destroyed. That basically first appeared in episode 17. Here is destroyed. They do have a replacement for the staff. And you're thinking, okay, so what exactly is the replacement for his destroyed staff? The Sega Sniper. Yeah, it makes his debut here. Yeah, the thing with the Sniper is allegedly when it first shows up, it was supposed to block his ability, but not really. That was actually a lie. But it's something he can access even outside his form. Mm-hmm. Yep. And eventually he does transform in. Well, he's basically given it his morpher. So eventually he transforms, and they can't. Of course, they debut his new engines, but they don't transform just yet. So he runs away because his ability is going out of control. So then, of course, they try to take him on, but their machine's defeated. But Yellow decides to follow Edja, and convinces him to join the team, and gives him his mother's tear that she received in the last episode. Good payoff for that. And then eventually, of course, they debut his brand new Megazord. Yes, which also is counterpart used in Operation Overdrive. Though how that made his debut is a bit different because the Red Ranger's father hid it from him the fact he was making the damn thing. Here it's a project. They knew all along. Even he knew about it. So, yeah, I have no idea why he was written that way, but that's basically what it is. So, eventually, the Golem's first type of monster they've had since episode 6 shows up here, and it's made into a Quasar robot. And the robot's destroyed, but the creatures get away. So, Ija, as a acceptance to join the team in episode 20, he's given a brand new coat. And he gets rid of the coat that his father wore. He wore in essence his debut. I'm sure he probably kept the damn coat because it'd be kind of dumb for him to get rid of the coat that belonged to his late father. I mean, he might keep it. There's nothing that says he can't keep the damn thing. So, these were 4 really good episodes. Yes, Iji was arrogant at first, but he basically mellowed out by the very end. Thanks to, of course, Nietzsche, who basically looks like it's implied maybe. I mean, is there a possibility that she's got a thing for him? Not really. I would probably say that basically we have one of the bad guys maybe developing attraction to him. Yeah, that's a possibility, but who knows? Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to discussing the rest. I mean, as this very episode, since it got to 20, I now have exactly about 29 episodes left to go before my break. I have 10 more to go, which means, yes, I'm getting really, really close to basically getting close to my break, which it might happen by this weekend. And yes, I do have a stack of light novels to read, so there's that. So yeah, that's particularly it, particular view, and that's it for videos tonight. So see you all tomorrow for my next review for this. And that probably it. Okay, next video. Bye.